and done with the podcast, and you would like to support the podcast, buy me coffee stickies, our PayPal anonymous content. Yeah! And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Storytime Fun. Information's in the summary below. Let's start. And today's story is, oh my gosh, my pet dinosaur, Mr. Blimp, known as Blimpy. Oh, I love my pet dinosaur, Blimpy. Oh, me too. Blimpy's so cool. He's big. He's a dinosaur. Everybody ready for the story? Yeah. Alright, so I know everyone listening has a normal pet, like a cute, doughy-eyed dog named Scooter, or a very cool cat like Socks. But I have a rather big, very large pet dinosaur called Blimpy. Yeah, he's Mr. Blimp to me because he's so huge and his head can be as tall as, oh my gosh, reaching and touching an airplane. So, yeah. And oh yeah, Blimpy loves to catch flies and eat leaves because he's a herbivore. What's a herbivore? He likes salad and stuff? Yeah, that's exactly. Like he likes leaves and plants and vegetables like lettuce. Yeah. He can have my salad. Yeah. And oh yeah, he likes to walk me to school. And then he pretends to go home, but you know what? I see him hiding in his disguises out the window while I'm in class. Oh yeah, I see him hiding behind the telephone pole or the flagpole or behind the volleyball net. But because he's rather large size, oh my gosh, you know how big my dinosaur is? Oh my gosh, how big is your pet dinosaur? Well, he's as big as almost 3 cars. Wow, that's pretty big. Yeah, it's really huge. Yeah, so he's almost about 30 feet long, like he said. And they say he weighs like about 12 tons. So, what's that? Like 2 large elephants? Wow, that's so big! So, some people think he looks like a rhino, a really huge rhino with like 2 big horns and little ones. Like, oh yeah, so he's got 3 horns. And you know what? One's kind of more not like a horn. It's really made with a lot of protein. But he's a triceratops. A triceratops? What? Yeah. Oh yeah. And it means 3-horned face. From the Greek word tri, meaning 3. And the word ceratops, meaning face. Oh, 3 horns on his face. Well, not in his eyes or nose or his mouth, but above it. Yeah, like, his forehead or his top. Oh, yeah. So that's really cool. So, yeah. So we're in class and everyone sees him. And at first my classmates were like really scared. They're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And the class was just like, they were just, oh my gosh, scared. But, what can we do? They were like, there's something over there. And you know what? The teacher heard the noises of Mr. Blimp. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, that's his noise he makes because he's a dinosaur. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Me too. And all my friends in class, I'm just like, oh no. And Mr. Rottenbaum, my teacher, fainted. And he just plopped on the ground. And gradually, all my school friends got used to him. Yeah, this guy's not like so bad after you get it. Do you want to pet him, Sally? No, thanks. Hey, Slobby Bobby, do you want to pet Mr. Blimpy? Oh, no. Who wants to pet him? So showtime was kind of little. No one wanted to really pet my dinosaur. But, and my dinosaur's so funny. He wears all disguises. He wears, like, like, an umbrella over his head. He tries to just pretend to be like just a regular person, like an Uber driver or delivery man. Yeah. And then one day, while he was waiting for me while I was in class doing my homework at Mr. Rottenbaum's class because he gives us so much homework and pop quizzes. So there's this man outside of his school and he was pacing back and forth and acting very strange. And so, you know, my pet dinosaur, the Triceratops, Mr. Blimp, was just like, what's going on with this man? He didn't recognize him. And so my pet dinosaur usually eats at noon. That's his lunchtime. And his stomach started grumbling. And he was really hungry because normally during the playground, I can take like my carrot and give it to him through the school fence. And his stomach started rumbling and he got really hungry. and that scared the man. And he ran off, leaving his bathroom. And the school principal found it was full of stolen cell phones from all the kids at school. So sadly, Mr. Blimpy was becoming really popular with all my classmates, teachers, and parents. Yeah. And so Blimpy became our mascot of our school, who guarded our whole school. And you know, Mr. Blimp, he took his job very seriously. Yeah. He knew all the parents and kids at school. And he learned everyone's name who came in and out of school.
Hello, Mrs. Peters. Hello, Mr. Jones. Hello, Benny. Hello, Rolf. Mr. Shine. Hello, Camille and Molly. Hello, young Roger and young Harry. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Mr. Rottenbaum.
And everybody at school. So, but Mr. Rottenbaum, my teacher, did not like him. Oh, why do we have to have this large, preposterous monster around school? I mean, look at those teeth and those horns and that breath. Oh, the breath. And look at those beady large eyes. There's something about those three horns, especially the one in the middle, the little one. And you know what Mr. Blimp said to him? He just looked at him, and he made a little noise, and then he licked his face. Ah! Said Mr. Rottenbaum. Get that big cat off me! Get it off me! All the kids in class were just smiling. Yeah. And then, you know, if his breath is really bad, it does smell like rotten eggs and old shoe mildew. But I always have a fresh supply of mint from Mr. Farmer's house who gives me nice mint. So, yeah. And Mr. Rottenbaum thinks he's funny with all his jokes about the dinosaur, but no one in school thinks his jokes are funny. And he just gives us a lot of homework, my teacher. Yeah. And you know, Mr. Blimp, my dinosaur, he helps me with my homework. And he likes reading to me every night. And he helps checking my grammar. I never knew a dinosaur was good in grammar and could read stories. And my favorite story that he reads to me is Mr. Hopper's My Big Fat Pink Bunny. Because, Mr. Blimpy thinks it's funny that there's an invisible big bunny because he likes anything big like King Kong and Mr. Hopper. Because they're both big, yeah. And so then he really loved history, especially the Cretaceous period. What's about 68 million years ago? Oh my gosh! 68 million years ago? I don't know if I can count to 68 million. Can you? I don't know. But that's the dinosaur age of the Triceratops. Oh, wow. And so Mr. Blimp, my dinosaur, helped me with my math. I'd say, what's 2 plus 2? And he would put up his 2 front large paws and his 2 back paws, show me all 4 of his little, large legs. I go, that's 4. And then I'd say, what's 2 times 2? And he would put out 2 paws in the front and 2 of his feet in the back, all 4. So I knew it was 4 too. Yeah. And so cute. And I would say, what's 1 plus 1? And he would give me 2 papas. Isn't that cute? Yeah. And then at nighttime, he loved to brush his teeth. Yeah. Little noises while he's brushing his teeth. Such cute little noises. Yeah. And I'm like, is my teeth nice and clean? He would tell me. Yes, they look nice and nice. They were shiny and white.
And he would go, how's my breath? And he'd make a little.
I'm like, oh, we gotta go to Farmer Joe's house and get more Blimpy of his breath. It started to smell rotten. What have you been eating? Have you been eating anything besides carrots and spinach and lettuce? Oh, yeah. He's been getting into the jelly bean bag and the candy bag. Into the candy and to the cheese. And when he eats cheese, oh my gosh. People around the whole neighborhood, the whole town knows when my dinosaur eats cheese because the gas makes a big old fart. Smelly for miles. Oh gosh. Yeah. And so, and he loves, when we go and walk, my dinosaur loves getting his back scratched. He got to a telephone pole or a palm tree and just scratch. And everyone would wave. And because our whole neighborhood was, nobody would dare burglarize our neighborhood or our school because we had the best whole mascot and guard in our school, Mr. Blimpy. Yeah. And then one day I was walking them, I heard large sounds, and the pizza restaurant was on fire, and the fire truck was nowhere in sight. So Mr. Blimpy simply just ran over to the pizza restaurant and blew out the fire with his big breath, because that breath can take out anything. And he used his big old paws to stomp the flames out. Oh, you know what? The whole town was so happy, especially Mr. Bocello. Mr. Bocello, the pizza owner, thanked Mr. Blimpy with a lifetime supply of large veggie pizzas.
Here you go, Mr. Blimpy. Yes, you have a lifetime supply from my Italian pizza restaurant of delicious vegetable pizzas. I've got green peppers, mushrooms, onions.
No mushrooms, I would say, and no garlic. Yeah, and cauliflower. Delicious vegan cauliflower crush. And he was so happy. And you know what? He licked Mr. Bocello. Okay. You're welcome, Mr. Blimpy. You're welcome, Blimpy. And Blimpy was so happy for getting some pizza. And then, and at my birthday party, you know what? He was so excited that he accidentally is now on his big foot punched a hole in the bouncy castle. But then he turned himself into a large slide, and the kids would climb up on a ladder, go on a stick, and slide down his back all the way down his tail. And so we had a large slide. And then in our pool, he made sure no one would drown. And Sloppy Bobby didn't like to swim, but Mr. Blimpy helped him swimming by putting his little paws so he could swim in the pool, and everyone swam safely because Mr. Blimpy watched everyone and made sure everyone was safe. And then we were having a giant parade and a float contest, and our school usually wins every year, but this year we didn't have a budget, and the float cart was just, it didn't work anymore. The engine didn't work, so we have nothing to pull our beautiful float that we spent thousands and thousands of hours putting beautiful roses and flowers and making this gorgeous big line out of flowers. So Blimpy pulled the float that year and became a hero, and we came in first place, and we decorated Blimpy with flowers too. We made him look like a cute little baby lion. It was so cute. Yeah. And then, you know what, going to school the other day, our school bus got stuck in the mud because there was a mudslide. And Blimpy came over and pushed with his big head and got the school bus on this road, and he made sure that we got home to school really safe. So you know what? he became the mascot of our school too. And then he got a nice award becoming distinguished citizen. I'm sorry about that movie. A distinguished dinosaur of our school and an award. So Blimpy is now our official mascot of our school. And yeah, it's his lunchtime, so I gotta go. But I'll see you guys next later for the next story of my pet dinosaur, Blimpy. Thank you for listening, everyone. And Blimpy thanks you too, right? Yeah. And take out a second to go to our Storytime Fun channel on YouTube and subscribe. That helps us. And if you like and subscribe and share the channel, and if you download the podcast, that helps us to get monetized. We really appreciate it. And if you like, remember, buy us coffee, Sneakies, or PayPal anonymous content if you'd like to tip us or check out some of our books. Thank you for supporting the podcast and being our friend and making us a top kids podcast, hitting #1 in Countries Weekly, and we're ranked top 1% globally. Thank you, everybody. Your friend, Sir Herbert Sneakies, Lady Twizzleton, and Merlin, and oh yeah, Blimpy.